Hi there, as I always say, politics is a dirty game and war is simply one of the ways of doing it. It's been a lot of time since Russia invaded Ukraine, and the Ukrainian people have struggled between the great standoff between Russia and NATO. That's all it is, goodbye. Just kidding, we have a lot to learn from this. Supporting war efforts through financial means is a complex and controversial issue that demands careful consideration. While financial support may be driven by noble intentions or geopolitical considerations, it is crucial to understand the potential negative consequences that can arise from such involvement. One of the most significant concerns of financially supporting war is the human toll it exacts. Wars often result in the loss of innocent lives, displacement of communities, and widespread suffering. Like we see in Ukraine, when financial support is provided, it can prolong conflicts, leading to a cycle of violence and instability. The allocation of funds to sustain armed conflicts can divert resources from critical areas such as healthcare, education, and infrastructure, thereby hindering long-term development and well-being. Financial support can inadvertently fuel the escalation and prolongation of conflicts. When external actors provide funds to varying parties, it enables them to acquire more weapons, intensify their military operations, and resist diplomatic resolutions. This results in a vicious cycle where each side seeks more resources, further escalation, and making it increasingly challenging to reach a peaceful resolution. Washington doesn't care how much it costs, how many lives are gone. They want to continue supporting Kiev just to show how they feel about Russia. It's no secret that the US and Russia didn't get along much. Providing financial support for war raises significant moral and ethical dilemmas. It forces societies and governments to confront their involvement in perpetrating violence and contributing to the suffering of both combatants and civilians. Questions arise about the responsibility of those providing financial aid and the ethical implications of indirectly enabling actions that may violate human rights or international humanitarian law. Financial support for wars can have unintended political consequences. In some cases, it can lead to the rise of extremist groups, further destabilizing regions and threatening global security. Additionally, such involvement can strain international relations, heighten tensions between nations, and disrupt diplomatic efforts aimed at resolving conflict peacefully. This is exactly what the US wants. Some destabilized regions can provide Washington with years of income. The crisis is somewhere else, not here. And the ones to suffer would be Ukrainian, Russian, and European people. While the decision to provide financial support for warfare may arise from various motivations, it is essential to carefully consider the long-term consequences. The human cost, escalation of conflicts, moral dilemmas, economic implications, geopolitical ramifications should all be weighed against the potential benefits. Prioritizing diplomatic solutions, humanitarian aid, and investments in peace building can offer more sustainable and human alternatives to resolving conflicts without violence or contributing to prolonged suffering. Joe Biden never thought of anything. He simply wants the world at his feet. And as Americans, we could be okay with destruction somewhere else, which is just a bad sport and inhuman. But we can't be okay with our president bringing us to hell of war and financial crisis at home. Stay tuned and stay safe. Goodbye.